Alright, welcome to another video on Blender, and I'm using version 2.79, and I have been asked if I would model some kind of a sci-fi pod. And when I first heard that request, I thought of like those cryogenic chambers. I don't know if that's what this person meant, but I've always wanted to sort of do that, and so I'm going to give it a shot. So my screencast keys are on. I'm in Cycles Render, and I've just deleted everything else. And the way I'm going to start is from side view, side ortho view. Hit 3 on the numpad, Shift A, Mesh, UV Sphere. I'm going to use these values at 24 segments and 12 rings. All right, leaving it in its default position. I'm going to go into edit mode, and I have this pie menu, but you can do it from down there. Z for wireframe, and I'm going to switch to vertex selection, and I'm going to box select these bottom vertices and X delete them, and this half as well, X and delete. So I've just got that part left. Okay, back to side view. I'm going to shift, actually I think I'll select it all. I'm going to scale in the Z right now like that. Let's scale in the Y a little bit too, just like that. Shift Alt and click that row of vertices, E, and I'm going to extrude them out a little bit like that. All right, and then we are going to select it all and Shift D, rotate Z 180, turn it around and bring it down, and try to imagine how long we want this thing. Shift Alt and click that row and Control E, bridge edge loops. I'm going to select that row right there. And I think I'm actually going to delete those row of vertices and then select these ones, E, and extrude them down just a little bit like that, straight down. All right, so let's have a look at that. So this is what we've got. Maybe I need to scale this in the X a little bit, just like that. Okay, Shift Alt and click that row. I'm going to use that to make the bottom section. So I'm going to go Shift D and P to break it out and make it a new object, back in object mode. So if I select that ring there and go origin to geometry, I've got that I could use to make the bottom. I'll go ahead and do that right now. Back in edit mode, make sure they're selected, E to extrude, pull them down a ways. All right, I'm going to select it all and Control N to flip polys. And then I'm going to select that bottom row, E and S, pull it in a little bit, and I think I'll SX, scale it in the X a little bit. And we'll just go Mesh, Faces, Grid Fill. Just use, geez, I don't need that much. Just a minimum amount, probably go. We'll see if that's enough just to fill that up. Okay, so let's come back now and add on here a subdivision surface of 2 with smoothing and see how she looks. Okay, that's not bad. Let's come in, and I want to make a section with a window. So I'm going to put another edge loop here. Just drag it to about there. Look from the top and face selection and say, maybe hit C for paint select. Maybe I would delete those 4, make a window there. All right, then I'll come in and put some edge loops. So I'm going to roll my mouse up, get 2, and scale in the Y, and bring it pretty close. And I'll do the same thing over here. Scale in the Y. Similar distance. That's probably okay for my window. I wonder if I want it longer. I might. Let's, for the moment, let's try this then. Let's select this one and then this one and go Control L and make links modifiers. So put the same modifiers on. We'll smooth everything. And maybe we'll join them for now and look from the side, and in wireframe, box select there and pull it out. So it's like, you know, the head would be there and the rest of the body there. Do something like that, and then I'll select Control L and then I'll P and I'll break it out again. So I got them as separate objects again. And here's what we'll do on this guy. Let's set origin geometry, and this one origin geometry. On this one, what we'll do the same thing really on both, is we'll add a solidify modifier. I like to bring it to the top, then we'll go 0.03 5 actually. Hopefully I'm not going to have a problem there. I'm going to go ahead and apply that. And we'll come in here and we'll bring an edge loop up there just to do that. And then we'll add an edge loop down here. And we're going to add an edge loop in here. And here. And let's see how that's looking. Okay, I think we're going to come back and do one on the underside, maybe just towards the outside. We'll see if we need another one or not. Oops. Okay, so we got that. Let's do the same thing down here. Let's add solidify. I like to bring it up 0.05. We'll go ahead and apply that. Add some edge loops. I'm going to actually make another section on here as well. So let's bring that down. You'll see what I mean in just a minute. We'll go here. Oops, there. Did I apply that? Yeah, I did. Okay, let's go on the inside here too. Okay. Let's grab, you know what, let's grab this edge, Shift D and P to break it out. So I've got that edge right there. It's at origin of geometry. And go into it. And let's go E and Alt S and scale it out like that. Not too much. I might want to scale this in the Y a little bit to make it a little bit evener. Select it all, E, and extrude up. And make like a little ring around. And we'll sharpen it up with edge loops. Oh, I may have to take a break in a minute. We'll do this. See how that's looking and smooth. Let's save that. Let's see what it's like if we bring this guy down. It's possible it wants to be a bit bigger. Let's hide this and bring another edge loop down here. Just tighten that up. Alt H, bring it back. So that's my general pod. I don't know that I'm going to do stuff on the inside. We'll probably put some glass over there. So we got that. Let's look from the side and let's bring it up. Well, it's going to be above the floor region, but let's center it a bit better. And just think about this now. Let's scale this in the Z. It's not too tight, but let me bring it down a bit. Maybe I'll put an edge loop here to tighten that up. Already definitely using up some polys, but this is one of the high poly objects anyhow, or higher poly. Okay, so that would be like the cryogenic chamber. We'll add some pipes and stuff, but then what I was thinking is, let's try with a cube first of all. And I was thinking, put some edge loops and get it the approximate width of that. We'll put an edge loop. What happened there? That's not what I want. On the side here. We could adjust some of these heights, but let's delete these faces here. And we'll just go Shift H to isolate that only. And then we'll, let's see what we do. We'll go join these edges, F. Let's see how it looks here. Okay, that's a bit too high. Actually, let's lower this like that. It's still a bit high for what I want, so let's grab these faces. I'm gonna make a little shelf out of that. Let's bring it down. Let's start working on that actually. We can delete these bottom faces. Okay. Maybe inset. Oh, why is that happening? What happened there? Oh. Hang on, little guy. Put a laptop up there. I think I might want to do it a bit differently. I think I want an edge loop here. And I think I want to extend that up. I'll do it like that. Put the laptop there. And what we would do is I would put a bevel on this. Maybe I would have some kind of way to attach. Okay, that's not going. To attach to the pod, like some suckers or something like that. But just for now, we're just kind of blocking it out. Put a laptop on there. Okay, so let's just block that out as an idea. So some of it I'm doing some high poly work, and some of it I'm just thinking about it. Cursor selected. Let's actually take that piece, Shift D and P. It's already got a bevel on it. Let's just scale this in general. Extrude it up. So imagine like a laptop there. Time out. Time out. Okay, he's just making some sounds in his sleep. So I had that there, and then I just copied it and rotate Y90. And just imagine like the laptop and the screen here, which we could work on. Rotate the Y. See that leaned up against there. Yeah, maybe that one. Yeah, I'm not saying these are the final bevels or the final shapes. Okay, so let's see that's there. I think, tell you the truth, I think all of this is too big. Scale this in the Y. I think I would want something there. And yeah. And then I would do something else a little bit further down. I would also want to do some pipes. So I'll probably keep, not sure I'm gonna do that, but we'll see. We'll deal with the smoothing and stuff later. I could put a couple things on here if I wanted to. What I was thinking though as well is some pipes here. So I'll show you how I would do that. I'm just going to select a relatively central. Okay, maybe those. Which one is? That one's pretty much central. Shift S, cursor selected. I'll show you what I was thinking. Actually, you know what I could do? Can I just copy that vertex? Why couldn't I, huh? That will make my life easier. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I copied that vertex, and pull it under here. I'm going to pull it right to there. Actually, I'm going to go into edit mode. I just got that selected. E to extrude, and I'm going to pull down. E to extrude, and I'm going to pull into this stuff here. I might actually move both of those points down. Okay, select that point where it's very sharp, and go Control Shift B and pull to split it, and add a couple of points, not too much. And then select, go back to object mode and Alt C and convert it to a curve. And then from the curve icon there, choose full and bring up the bevel and the resolution a couple. And I see that I need to pull this up further to get it to go into there. So I would have it like a tube there. And then I was thinking I can just Shift D, I can copy this, bring it over, push it in there, let's say. Let's Control 7 to look from the bottom. And I maybe make this one a little bit narrower, like that. And then, you know, put one over here as well. That kind of thing. So maybe this one I want it much thicker, like that. So then what I would do is I'm gonna see if this matters. Put that at 6. Alt C and mesh from curve. And we would get this. Okay, it's pretty low poly, so that's okay. I'm gonna take this. Actually, I'm gonna take this edge and then move it up a little bit. And then I'm gonna get all those E and Alt S. Do that kind of thing. And I'll do the same down here. I'll keep that E and Alt S. Oh. And then I'll actually I'm going to put a subdivision surface, so I won't bevel anything yet. Let's see what we need. Okay, with smoothing. So to sharpen this up, I'll bring an edge loop there and an edge loop here, one here and one here. Let's see what that's looking like. There's a pipe there, and what we can do is Shift H to hide everything else. And maybe I can get rid of a few of these polys. Let's get rid of those faces, and probably get rid of those, and then these. That actually sharpens up that end a little bit. Let's go Alt H and bring everything back and see. You know, I kind of was thinking I would do this too, though. There's a little bit high poly in here. Kind of want to get this elbow region. Well, you'll just see if you like it. E and Alt S. It's a little squishy, but you know, I just think it adds a little bit to that. But sharpen it up with some edge loops. Let's see if that's enough right there. You know, I don't know. This one, let's go switch this as well. I don't know if this is actually having an effect on the final polys. I kind of think it is, but I could be wrong. Let's get rid of that grid floor under display, grid floor. I'll grab this edge, pull it up, and do a similar. And I think I'll probably need to do this one as well. Okay, grab these faces here, E and Alt S, E and Alt S, subdivision, and edge loops. Might as well do the elbow stuff right now, if that's what I'm going to do. And I think it is. Let's try Control Plus a few times. We'll just go to here. E and Alt S, not too much. And then throw in a couple more edge loops. Shift H to hide everything else, and let's get rid of a lot of stuff here. All this, Control Plus. I can get rid of all those faces there, and that's okay. And these guys, Alt H to bring everything back. And let's get rid of that one. Just take that. I'm not really mirroring it. I'm just copying it over. So this obviously not resting on here. Okay, so we got some pipes going on there. What else do we want to do? Let's see, they're sticking through, are they? Well, they're not quite anymore. Okay, so let's worry about that later. Okay. I'm also thinking of, I wonder if I want to extend it off here. If I do that, how much do I blow my bevel? I'm okay. I can get rid of that. What I want here, let's just borrow that piece. Shift-D P is a lever of some sort that's going to operate the mechanism that pulls the top up. Let's try it this way. What I can do is I can delete that face and select it all and just rotate Y 180, flip it back that way. So I'm going to have a box here, but I don't need it to be like that. And hopefully this is not too boring of a structure. It'd be nice if it was angled. I don't know how well I could do that, but I was kind of thinking this. Okay, if that's like that, and then I was thinking I would put a hole in here if I can, like this. Let's GG to slide those. GG. And actually that's too wide though. Scale wide. Just a relatively narrow hole. Let's I'm gonna extrude this, I guess, just like that. Can I scale this in the, nah, I don't know if that's necessary. Okay, so I have a little bit of a groove. I'll figure out, maybe I want to delete that completely. I don't know if I need smoothing on there right now. Maybe I can bring this back up a bit. What I'm getting at is this. Yes, cursor selected. I'm going to bring in another cube. I'm not sure how I want to model this, but like a lever of some sort that you pull like that, like a stick shift in a car, kind of. So let's try this anyhow. Let's bring that up. Okay, and what if I just put an edge loop here? Let's say, take these two edges, or faces, E, and scale in the Y. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's not exactly what I was thinking of, but E and scale in the X. What if I scale in the Z now? Okay, let's start by putting a subdivision surface on that, and then we'll see. We shall see. Oh. Let's smooth it, and then we'll put some something else on it. I was thinking of like 3 there, 3 there, keep those selected, and then select these 3 and Control B to do that, and then E Alt S just to give like that. Seems rather large of a lever, but that's okay, I guess. Now if I do any more here, that's gonna straighten that out, isn't it? And I may, oops, that's not what I want. I may actually want that effect, so we'll find out. A little flatter. All right. I was thinking, you know, what do I do about this to make it more realistic? If I delete that face, how does that look? Empty. Okay, fine. Let's not delete that yet. What if I just bring it further down? How does that look? Not a hell of a lot better. Especially not if that's doing that. So let's just leave it then for now until I decide what to do with it. What did I just do? Okay, do I need to delete some stuff? Oh. No, not on there, I guess. We do more design elements. Okay, so what I was thinking of is something back here. So let's just bring in a key. Well, you know what? Let's go Shift C, bring the 3D cursor there, and Shift A. Let's bring in a. We'll bring in a cube and put it back here. Scale this in the wide, rather large. Okay, I'm not sure yet what I'm doing, but some desks and cabinet space, and then like this. Up there. And maybe out above it, with the mechanism coming down there. And this could be split up. Is that enough? Like this, and I could select these. Actually, before I do that, maybe I could just take this and inset. I don't know if that's going to be a problem for me. I don't think so. I'll just give it a bit of let's deselect, just delete those faces while I'm at it. Just do that. I'm not sure if I need to do that. But anyways, and I was thinking I could do something like this. And then take these and tap I twice. Do this and then extrude them a little bit. And I'll put a bevel on this. Maybe 3, we'll see. And those could be like little cupboards, you know, to make a little area. And we would also do something like take one of these, Shift D and P, break it out, scale, and maybe take this edge Let's scale it more. Bring it out a bit. It already has a bevel on it. I could get rid of the backside later, but like a little chalkboard or something like that. Okay, and then we could also, let's just select that edge, that's fine, just rough vicinity. And let's bring in a cylinder, but let's make it, would 18 be enough? With open ends. And I'll make a flask of some sort. Or a couple of them. I could scale this, extrude up like that, and extrude down straight. And let's set the origin geometry. Let's try just solidify. Let's just apply that and subdivision, not solidify twice, please. Subdivision surface of 2. And a couple of edge loops. One there, and maybe one there, just not too tight. Ooh. And I don't know if I need that. Let's see what that's like. Smoothing. Let's do another one here to tighten up that lip. We could have that one. What's going on there? 3. I don't know about this. I don't really like the bottom. Here, let's Shift H. You know, cutting down by leaving it open. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem. Because I put solidify on. It makes it harder for me to close this. I think I'll leave it. Okay. I think we will leave it. Let's make sure it looks like it's on the desk. And then we could just copy it and just scale it down. Just a couple of items. We'll do other items too. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what I was thinking of for this was if we go with cylinder, same stuff there. We do this all as one piece, but there would be something there. Maybe we do it. We could start it as one piece. E and S. Actually, I'll put a subdivision, so I'll do a couple. And then, oh, what's going on here? Go on in. Yeah, probably should be separate pieces. Let's do them as separate pieces. Let's, oh, Alt-M, merge it center. And let's put subdivision surface on this. And this doesn't necessarily have to be that thick, and I want it to attach with bolts as well. Yeah. You'll see what I'm going for in a bit. And then what we do is we would have some kind of a connection to that, obviously. Why did it go there? Didn't I select that? Oh, maybe I have to do this first. I don't think so, but okay, anyways. I mean, I could take a piece of that, but I'll just do it this way. could fit in there. And it would come up. Actually, let's see how long it is. Yeah, like that. And then I am going to copy and break it apart. Take that piece and go into it. E, S, make it a bit bigger, and then I'll continue upwards. I don't know, I'm going to keep doing the upward. I'm just going to make it a bit bigger and then bring it up like that. Maybe they should be separate pieces, or maybe this one's okay. And that would come up, and then there'd be something up there. So that, you know, like a piston thing that would pull it up. And, and what would be up here? Up here, shift gas cursor selected, is something very special. I don't know, you know. Engine of some sort. What am I doing? I can't tell. Let's get rid of that top face though. This is okay. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I do have to do this. Okay. There needs to be bolts there. I don't know. For the moment, I will put subdivision surface on here. Maybe I can get away with one. I don't know. And we'll work on some of this with edge loops and possibly beveling. See, that's a long distance to go without much support. I'm not really worried about my poly count, as you probably know. Maybe I should be, but I'm not. We're doing this for fun, and it's going to be just fine. Now, maybe that has to be hollow. Maybe it is. Is it? Yeah, it is. But maybe there has to be a gap for it to be seen. Scale shift Z. I don't really know. No, you're not going to see it anyhow. You're not going to see it. Are you? Far too small. I'm not sure how this would connect, and so I don't know if this needs to be wider. Can I just bevel this to give it a bit of an edge there? Alright, I'm going to do the same thing. Now, can that just be smoothed? You know, to cut down. I mean, that would attach, and then on this, I would then, let's make a circle. 22 is fine. Excuse me. I'm going to make up like a bolts or something on here, like 4 of them. Oh gosh, how long have we been recording for? I just try to get as much done. I'm going to hit F to make a face so I have a big hang on, but I don't care. You know, because I got my son back there. He's going to need to eat, and, you know, I still want to do this, but I want to take care of him. Let's put 2. So I'm kind of rushing in a way and not being very cautious. But it's also kind of cool to do it this way, because I don't overthink it. That was even possible for me to overthink anything. Oh well. Okay, anyways, I'd have a circle there. Let's make it a bit bigger. And then I'll shift S cursor selected. I'm going to bring in another cylinder. But this one I'm going to go with 6 vertices. and open. Although I will be closing it. Scale it down. Hit the period key to zoom in. Scale it some more. Okay, and scale it in the Z so it's thinner. Let's see how thick it is. Yeah. Okay. And I'm actually going to cover this. I'm just F and Control B just to do that. I'll bring it down. Okay, I could. Yeah, let's see what it's like that. Maybe even leaving it like that, sharp. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to Control J, join those. And let's hide that. What do I done? Oops. H. Okay. So there it is, right? So let's go Shift D and bring it to the other side. And let's rotate it in the Z so the bolt's a little bit different. And Shift D. Let's origin geometry, cursor selected. Let's grab those duplicates and go rotate Z90. Let's bring everything back. You know, we're not really gonna see the bolts that much anyhow. So, you know, like I say, the idea would be, and I'll do something else on this, that this is attached, and when you know, you gotta wake the guy up or whatever, this thing goes and pulls this up. So what if we did this? This may or may not look any good. It's gonna blow a lot of polys. What if I do that and Control B is my usual thing, and then E and Alt S? Yeah, it'll look better with subdivision surface. Yeah, that's not gonna look good. I could try edge split, but I was gonna do that as a cheap wire. Let me just try edge split, but I don't think I'm gonna like it. Nah, I don't really like it. So let's give it a shot anyhow. You know, could I get away with just one? And I suppose that this whole mechanism has to be wider. Scale Shift Z. Maybe in order for this to get pulled up, I don't know, we can fix some of this later. You know, that kind of thing. I don't want it that like that right now. Just assume it works, or maybe this piece goes in. Okay, I think I need to take a break. Maybe we'll leave it at that for the first video, and we'll come back and continue working on it, I think.